beautiful friends. Welcome to another light language reading. Happy Tuesday to you all. I hope you're doing so well. Wow. What a week it has been. I don't know about you, but as we saw in my last video, I was definitely feeling the effects of the moon on Sunday, and it has been quite a journey this last week. It's been incredibly powerful energy. It's been incredibly humbling and challenging and enlightening and inspiring. And now we are here on the eve of another week. And I'm feeling really excited. I feel a lot different than the last time. And the energy today definitely feels a lot brighter, a bit bouncier, I would say, and there's a lot more movement to it. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we have and what Spirit is bringing us today. And yeah, with that, we'll dive into it. Of course, first, as always, first thing, if you are here with me at this point or at any point, I invite you to say hello, tell us you're with us, and drop me a line as to how you're doing, how you're feeling. If you tuned into the reading last week, how was that for you? Yeah, there was a lot of aspects of wholeness that were hard to see and hard to hold, but already I'm feeling how rewarding it is when I do, when we do. So I'm curious to hear how your week went, how the energy of last week's reading was for you, and of course how you're doing now. And anything else you'd like to share, please do that. I just want to make sure really quick. Perfect. So I think you can hear me. I made that mistake last time. And I would like to invite us now to move into breathing, into grounding, into clearing our space a little bit more, a breath more for receiving the energies that will come. So right away, I can invite you to close your eyes. I invite you to step into your sacred temple space within. I invite you specifically to start noticing the muscles in your face, noticing your jaw and your throat, the skin between your eyes, of your forehead. I invite you to start becoming aware of these kinds of spots, and with every breath, releasing them, really softening our faces today. You can leave your mouth slightly parted, no tension in the jaw. And as you start to tune within, I invite you to start taking some deep, beautiful breaths. If it feels good, inhaling in through the nose, and exhaling out through the mouth. Inhaling in through the nose, and exhaling out through the mouth. And again today, paying special attention to your face, to your head. Paying attention to Release the muscles that you very likely could be holding one by one. In your jaw, your tongue, your throat, your forehead, especially the area between your eyes. Softening up the space for our third eyes. Being soft as you breathe. Giving special attention to our faces, which really do a lot in terms of many things, but especially as well in this case, our respiratory system. Literally houses our ability to breathe. And I invite you to keep breathing, staying with your inner temple, staying with your heart, staying with the softness in your face. And slowly, you can start to move your body, giving it the attention it needs, the movement it needs. Slowly, in your own time, I invite you to come back to this space. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome, welcome back. So, I'm going to move into the light language reading now. Just very quickly, for those of you who may not know what I'm doing here, I am using light language, which is a beautiful, powerful tool of the curanderos lineage in Mexico, and uses shapes and colors to work with, create, transform with energy, frequencies directly. And here in this space, I use this tool, I use these shapes and colors to paint a picture of the energetic landscape for the week to come, and perhaps some of the steps we might take in navigating it. And so at this point, we only need to choose the shape and the color and get into it. As ever, I have my materials out in front of me here on the table. And wow, we have some, I see we have some lights already quite present with us today. It's looking like some royal blue is also in the space. I'm grateful for the presence of all of these energies with us today. So I invite you to just be with your heart, be with your intentions, conscious or unconscious, that you may have in this moment, have for being here. And I'm going to choose the color. And the shape. All right. Let's see. If you're here in the space, of course, please do say hello. How are you doing today? I feel quite ecstatic at the moment. Quite happy. I feel like there's a lot to celebrate right now in my life, in our collective experiences. Well, in general, I would say that I understand why I would be pretty happy with this combination of shape and color. I feel like, okay, now I'm gonna start with naming the things that we have, and then going into the message. So today, the color that we have is goldenrod. And wow, this is one of my favorite all-time colors, really ever. And I also love the feeling of how it is to wear that color. The nickname of this color is Miracle Worker, and honestly, that pretty much says it all. It's a pretty ecstatic, wonderful color, sorry. And that's like the first thing I wrote in this color, ecstasy. I feel like the message of this week's reading is simple but often understated. And again, I invite anyone receiving this message right now to really receive the energy of the transmission even more than the words that I'm saying. Because although it may be a combination of words you've heard before, this energy comes with the promise that it is on a level that we've not seen or felt or embodied or carried or received before. So this is absolutely working in multiple planes. But basically, shape first, and then I'll get into it. It comes together. The shape that we have is a shape called empowerment. And also beautiful, also very divine, very godly. Makes sense why I felt like naming temple earlier today. It's really the temple shape. Building, enjoying, living, resting, nourishing oneself in the energy of one's temple. Yeah, empowerment. Enough said. There's a lot of power. And the thing that's jumping out for me today from this shape, not only is it really wonderful to feel, and also I suspect it could be easier for a lot more of us to receive than perhaps last week, or at least it is for me, definitely. It's very bright and luscious and rich and omnipotent, like deeply expansive. But the particular gift of the shape this week, in the middle of all of that, and in the middle of infinite glory and such, is an aspect of, and this is one I hadn't really thought of or interacted with much before, but pointing things out that stood out to me as part of my notes on this. There's something that really moves me thinking about that in the middle of glorious infinity, in the middle of eternal divinity. What it means, what does it mean, what does it mean for us, and what does it mean to do it ourselves, to point one thing out specifically, and we can point more than one thing out, but especially when we do it point by point and bring attention to singularities. There's something very reverent and devoted in that, something particularly sacred, combining a certain intention with our intention with our awareness and our attention. And like the message that I feel between the two of these today is that this week is about knowing and naming our miracles. And I feel very excited about that. I feel really grateful that many of us are in a place where we are able to do so. And I want to challenge anybody who is present with this reading today. I want to challenge you to be bold and perhaps start to share in your space, even in the comments here. perhaps one or some of these miracles, aspects, or the being itself. I want to be bold in inviting you to put the name to the thing in a more concrete way, in a public way, also because of what that means for this whole message. It's kind of, this week is about moving through the scale of how much we want to and are capable of naming the miracles that are destined for us. And it's about as well receiving, again, receiving the miracle, being attentive and open and present and embodied enough to be in a position to receive this phenomena, but also when we name it, we bring it more respect and honor and acknowledgement from our end. It creates another layer of connection and another aspect of a bond to it, which only helps to support and ground it in our lives. And as well, if we allow ourselves to be grounded in it, to create a deeper synergy between ourselves and the phenomena, so that the deeper we go, the more it will unfold. And I know I was saying something before and I completely lost the original point. About sharing it publicly, about naming it publicly, again, in your space or in the comments here even. There's something about taking that a step further, like we can first receive the experience, receive the process, receive the gift, and then we can name it. We can put a sort of declaration from ourselves, our own emanation of energy to receive, to catch, to engage with that experience, to deepen the connection, to ground ourselves in the experience. And then we can name it publicly in written words, in our public spaces, speak it out loud to the people in our lives. But there's also something about the written word which takes that grounding another step further. It's just really about exploring and experimenting with our intimacy. Our intimacy with grace. It's about creating options for ourselves of how far we want to go in expressing and experiencing an unknown, sure, but also a benevolent and beautiful and deeply generous divinity, higher aspects of ourselves. So I just wanted to put it out there as an option for you, absolutely to inspire you to consider taking this energy a step further, very gently experimenting and playing with it a bit. But that's really special as well, because I have no idea, of course, the miracles that will come this week. But they feel very wide-ranging, not just in terms of topic, let's say, or content, but also in terms of where they fall in the timeline of our soul's existence, and perhaps like a range of how long we've been working on those particular projects, let's say. Ooh, that blue light is with us today. All right, I'm not pushing you away. So, yeah, I want to keep the options open, and I do want to inspire a little bit of action if it feels good. Just a little bit of experimenting there. Yeah, that's special. I really send you all a lot of blessings for all the things that will come to you this week. I send you a lot of blessings that you receive them with grace, with love and compassion, with respect, but also sweet pleasure and delight. And I really honor you all as vessels of this wonder, of this grace. After all, we are the ones creating this, so I'm grateful. That's beautiful. So much love to you all. Please feel free to share your thoughts and feelings or anything that comes or any further wisdom in the comments below. As always, I would love to hear from you, and I know it would contribute for everyone. And yeah, I will see you next week. Take care meanwhile. So much love. Thank you so much. Bless you all.